disclaimer, this video is not sponsored. I bought these two items with my own money. I'm not an affiliate for 7RP who's trying to sell you on the product, and no one ever talks about MAITAI. For 7RP specifically, I used a discount code that I got 50% off, but it was still very expensive. It was like 400 euros or something, which translated to US dollars is even more. It never ends. The bag itself is way more than the insert, but the insert is still like a 10th or like a 20th of the cost. I also used the $200 cash back that I had from a credit card that I opened a while ago to buy this insert because I knew that I wanted it for this specifically. So that also helped a lot. And I hope that brings into perspective that these inserts are a lot of money, and it's good to still save money for these. They are still big purchases. Well, let's talk about the pros of each first. So 7RP versus MAITAI. MAITAI is like 4 to 5 times cheaper than the 7RP insert, when functionally both perform literally the same thing and they almost have the same amount of pockets. The MAITAI insert that I have is for my Kelly 28, and then the 7RP insert that I have is the one I got recently for my K25. They're both Cellier. It's not fair for me to compare the capacity of both of these inserts because they're for different size handbags and one is bigger than the other, but I can compare quality and structure and material. Both of these inserts fit well within my bags. There's no issue with how it fits inside the K25 versus the K28, and both are Cellier. I know that some YouTubers may have a problem with how they fit inside, and I think that may come down to individual fit or how the inserts are made. I will show some dimensions of how big the inserts are for my bag. In addition, 7RP has more compartments on the insert versus the MAITAI, so that is a plus because there's an additional 2 on the inside and there's like 3 slits on the outside that you can put more flat items on the outside of the insert. So there is one nice thing about MAITAI, if you're into it, is that there's a lot of really bold prints available. I mean, as you can see with my insert, I have a very bold print on it and I was drawn to it because otherwise my black Kelly is so austere and conservative that it just feels like it needs something fun, and it's fun to have this really bold, lively print on the inside of your bag. No one else can actually see this besides you yourself, how lively it is on the inside. But if you are more of a solid color kind of person, then 7RP is right up your alley, and 7RP is also really great with their colors because their colors actually match actual Hermes colors. So if you wanted to match the exterior of your bag with the same color on the inside, you can, as well as putting in another Hermes color on the inside of your bag. So let's say if you had a black bag from Hermes and you wanted a red interior, like a specific Hermes red, you could get that from them. I also like MAITAI for the reasons of it being made out of linen, which is much more sustainable than Alcantara, which is what 7RP is made from. MAITAI, another pro, like I mentioned before, does literally everything that 7RP does with minor differences. You're getting a lot more bang for your buck. If you're enjoying this video, give this video a like so that it can spread to more people, and likes are free. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe so that you won't miss things that we do on this channel related to fashion history, and couture. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe so that we can get to 1,000 subs. Once we get to 1,000 subs, I will be letting my viewers pick the next fashion-related topic for my videos as a way of thanking them and giving back to this channel. So let's look at some of the cons. So Alcantara, and no one talks about this because everyone is like sponsored by 7RP, but Alcantara on 7RP's inserts is actually a synthetic material and is, let's be honest, basically plastic. It is a luxurious material used on the inside of sports cars and everything, but it's like sports cars telling you that they use vegan leather. It's a marketing tactic because vegan leather most of the time is plastic, and so is Alcantara. So don't get brainwashed. It is an unsustainable material because it will get tossed in the landfill eventually unless it gets recycled, and it cannot biodegrade on its own. Alcantara looks and feels like suede, if you've never felt it before. 7RP, I don't think I need to reiterate, is absurdly expensive, but just to give you an idea of kind of how ridiculous the price is for a luxury insert, I have a sustainable company that I have bought a dress from in Paris, France, that is also kind of an upscale French brand, and it's also handmade, but this dress didn't cost over 300 euros, and this insert is 400 or 400 plus euros. And in addition, this insert has a lot less material in it, and it's a lot simpler to make than a dress. So to me, it seems like prices are quite inflated with 7RP, even when they're operating as such in like their own atelier and everything. So if I do a squish test on the MAITAI versus the 7RP, you'll see that the MAITAI is actually softer, so it deforms and squishes a lot more than the 7RP walls, but the base of the 7RP is squishier than the MAITAI, surprisingly. I also feel like when you put in bigger or bulkier items in the pockets of the MAITAI, it like collapses in more easily than the 7RP ones. If we're gonna sell, just to recap, if you're going for bang for your buck, get the MAITAI. If you're going for something with a specific Hermes color in mind, or you want something kind of plain and you want more pockets, choose 7RP. I like having both, but my aesthetic is more simple, so I prefer the sleek sophistication of the 7RP more. Which one do you guys like? Leave me down your thoughts in the comments down below. Give this video a like if you haven't already, so that it can spread to more people. Subscribe as well if you haven't, so that you don't miss the things we do on this channel related to fashion, fashion history, and couture. And once we hit 1,000 subs, you guys will get to pick the next video topic for this channel that's fashion related. Thank you guys again, and until next time.